Hey guys, welcome to today's video on Fall for Food.
Yes.
Please subscribe if you like the video. And today we are going to cover.
Do share also, please.
Yes, if you like it, please share with your friends. Today we are going to cover a Holi special recipe. Let's ask mom.
No, actually it's not very much, but it's a sweet dish. So, people will have this during Holi. But it is eaten, it's a Mughlai dish. So obviously it is...
We haven't told the dish yet.
I'll tell them. It's Shahi Tukra.
Mama was building the suspense.
So it is eaten even for Eid. It's always made for Eid and all.
Okay.
Because,
and where would you recommend, in case someone doesn't want to take all this effort and they want to eat at a nice place, what would you suggest? I think Delhi is...
No, Old Delhi is cool. No, this is, there's a different name to this also. Hyderabad is also famous for this. There's a
So there's a difference in the style.
Yes, difference in the style.
Okay. Old Delhi mein Paratha Gali somewhere nearby you'll be able
any
to
of Old Delhi you will get it. They are serving it, hot like nowadays. But that has evolved from the British, bread pudding.
Okay.
A lot from there. But actually this is, it came down with Babur during the 16th century when he was traveling to India. And they say that this has a lot of commonality. It is very much like the sweet dish that you find in Central Asia and a sweet dish from Africa.
Okay.
Of course, it has changed a little, definitely.
So, Babur, my assumption is correct. Historical sources point to the fact that Babur
was the person who brought
India.
it to India.
Okay.
When they came down, it came with them. And the thing is, it is quite simple as you will see it. It's not very difficult. And Hyderabad also has a different form of it, which is called double ka meetha.
Okay.
Now, double ka meetha means double roti, that is bread, is known in Hindi as double roti.
Okay.
And it becomes, and another, this thing is that when it's soaked in the syrup, it becomes double.
Okay.
But the difference between the Mughal style and the Hyderabadi one is that this is dipped in a lot of, malai and all that. You make the kheer and all that. So that is, but there they dip it in syrup, sugar syrup, and then it's just a little bit of this thing is put on it. Kheer is put on it.
Okay. So that's more on the drier form or less of kheer?
No, and they put a little bit of cream on top of it and all that.
Okay. While this would be...
Where this is more
completely
rich.
Kheer.
Because it's, it's more rich. And usually people fry the pieces of bread and then just, dip it in a sugar syrup. But if you dip it in, you make the sugar syrup with milk and sugar, it's tastier, richer.
Okay.
And it's served with some dry fruits and all that,
Okay.
So main flavor is rose water and saffron.
Okay.
And Shahi Tukra. Shahi in Persian means royal.
Royal.
It belonged to the royal kitchen. And Tukra is a Hindu-Arabic word which means pieces.
Pieces, yeah.
So that's how it derives its name.
Even in Hindi it's pieces.
So it's a Hindu-Arabic word, that's why.
Great.
Okay. So we can start our show now, I think.
We'll get started. We'll share the recipe with you. And I think one of the major places that you can go and taste it is, mom mentioned Delhi, Old Delhi. Near Paratha Gali, there are a lot of old style food which are very tasty, yummy. It's known for that. And you can definitely go there and taste some. But if you're stuck at home and you need to make it and you want to have some yummy healthy food, then definitely we're showing you how to do that.
And these are things that is always available in the house. There's nothing so special about it.
So that means this is an easy recipe to do if on whims, basically, since most of the items are available. You don't have to prepare much for getting the items or daily use items.
Yes. It's just there in your house all the time.
Great.
So,
let's get started with the recipe then.
Yes.
We're going to start the recipe. Yes, mom. With some milk, I believe.
Yes. This is 1 liter of milk. This I'm just going to show it to you how to make the kheer. Okay. Now see, there is this creamy part that's getting stuck on the sides. Please see that. You scrape it and put it in. Now for my kheer, I have used 1 full liter of milk, and I've used some. Now you put in some saffron. Some saffron. If you don't have it, you can't avoid it, but saffron gives a good flavor.
Okay.
And some elaichi powder or some elaichi pods for the flavoring.
So are these spices Indian spices? So if
they're very much Indian.
Outside wants to make it, it's going to be hard.
No, they will get everything in the Indian stores. All this is very common.
Just mention these names. I think you'll be able to get it.
Yes. This is saffron. This is saffron for the color and flavor.
Yes, kesar.
Okay. Yes,
right?
kesar. And this is
elaichi, I think.
Elaichi, that is cardamom.
Okay.
Small cardamom.
Okay.
Green cardamom or whatever you call it. See, and it has to. Now I have used 1 liter of milk, which I reduced to half a liter after cooking, and that took me around an hour. On sim, you have to do that.
So you, remember this, your gas should be low while you're making this. And what was the proportion, mom? 1 liter? You reduced to half liter.
Yes, which I reduced to half a liter.
So whatever you take, it becomes 50%.
Yes. And in the end,
that took us 1 hour.
Yes. And in the end, you add, right at the end, you will add 1 tablespoon of rose water.
Okay.
Rose water or Keura water, anything.
Okay. So 1 tablespoon of Keura water. Okay. So I think this, we don't have 1 hour to show you this. So we'll just show you how it looks like after 1 hour. Mom has already made it. So I'll just show you.
See. This is what?
This is how the kheer will look like. It's much thicker in consistency. So this is how the kheer looks like. We're going to use this for our recipe since we don't have an hour for filming this today's recipe, right? Okay, that's it, mom. Next, where do we go?
Please add sugar to your taste for the kheer.
We've added sugar free. You can add sugar.
Yes, yes.
Okay. We've shown you how the final kheer looks like. So it'll become like that. How did you get the yellow color though? With the
that is because of the saffron.
Okay.
I put saffron.
That's the final kheer.
Yes.
Okay. Now we are going to go to the next step.
Yes. We need slices of bread. Okay. Please use white bread.
Okay.
Not wheat bread or something. And trim off the edges.
Okay.
If you don't like, you can avoid it. But you know, when you trim off the edges, you get a uniform browning of the bread.
Okay.
So it's nice for that. Now we need to fry it in clarified butter or ghee.
Ghee. Okay. Want me to turn on the?
Yes. Just turn on the gas.
It's on?
Yes.
It will be on full? High flame?
Yes, yes, yes. Full flame.
Okay.
I'll reduce this. Once the ghee melts, I will start frying it. It'll take about...
So we're going to put in the bread pieces in that?
Yes. And just fry them. Not very dark brown.
Okay.
But a light brown.
Okay. This is quite a lot of ghee, guys, because we'll have to deep fry it.
So now make sure some people do it in oil, but it does not give a good flavor. Okay. If you are health conscious, what you can do is apply some, ghee on this and just tawa fry it. Yes. So, or even bake it like.
Okay.
But it does not give the same taste.
Yes.
That's true.
Traditionally, it is deep fried.
Once in a while.
Yeah,
so I think
it's okay.
It's okay.
Sometimes it's okay. So even Rujuta, if you know about Rujuta, she's famously also known as Karina's dietitian, and she has been there with many celebrities. She also suggests you make the high calorie food, have it during the day to afternoon, not after that, and make it yourself. So if you're making it, you will most probably not be overdoing it because it also takes a lot of effort. But you can have it once in a while, enjoy life. with good food. But remaining, you should try and be conscious of what you're having. But you should be able to have everything if you are taking care of your health properly. You just need to do your exercises in time. There's no replacement for that, really.
Exactly.
And you can't sit whole day and think 1 hour of exercise will make up for it. You really have to move. So if you read Ikigai, you will realize that that's what the book says. So apparently this mom said every half an hour you don't move, you're actually reducing, you are hurting your body by...
No, your metabolism rate goes down to about 90%.
Okay.
So you just have to move for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, so...
And your cholesterol level also goes down to about 30%.
Good.
I read that.
Okay. So we may not be on point with the numbers, but it's somewhere nearby. You could check Ikigai, your blue cover book.
Point is that you keep moving now and then.
Yeah, so this is important, even though that's difficult with focus. But I think there's a book on how to get things done by some Googlers. So what they did was in their personal routine, they set aside 3 hours in the morning. They did their work, the most important thing that you'll achieve that day, and the remaining day they were active. So those 3 hours were basically that time when you were doing something very crucial, things that need concentration, and your day becomes productive immediately because you've done that one very big thing you needed to achieve that day. I think this deep frying will take some time.
It will take about 5-6 minutes. So
5-6 minutes. Okay,
yes.
So we'll show you how
show
it
you
looks
the
like
end
after
product.
it.
Yes. It's fried.
It's fried. This is how the bread will look after it's deep fried in ghee.
Try to drain out whatever
Extra ghee that you have.
Remove it.
So mom is just putting it in the tissue paper. There we go. What's the next step?
The next step is we have to make a sugar syrup.
Okay, we're going to make a sugar syrup.
Now some people, they make the sugar syrup with just equal amount of equal amount of water and sugar. If it's 1 cup of sugar, then 1 cup of water.
Okay.
But if you do it in milk, if you make the sugar syrup with milk,
we're going to make it in milk.
Yes, it gives a much richer taste.
Okay.
Now I have already added sugar according to my taste.
Okay.
So this is about 2 cups of milk.
2 cups of milk. Okay.
Yes, and I have added about 2 cups of sugar into it.
Okay.
Okay. And a few
2 cups and 2 cups of sugar, or 2 spoons of sugar, you mean?
No. It is quite sweet actually.
Okay.
And you have to cook it for a little while.
So go with mom's proportion, but while adding, just taste and see, is it sweet enough for you with 1 cup?
This needs to be a little on the thicker side because they say 1 tar. You see like this, 1 string.
Okay.
You cook it for about 5 minutes, you will get it.
Okay.
So my thing is already done. I've already done it. I just have to show it.
So this is basically just milk and sugar, right?
Yes, milk, sugar, a little bit of saffron is there.
Okay.
And now I'm going to dip this into this. Okay.
This is a lot of calorie, guys.
Yes, it is.
Try having it in the morning. But it's very tasty.
But it's really very tasty. Don't keep it for too long.
Yeah, you'll lose the crispiness.
Yes, it needs to be crispy.
It needs to be both munchy, crispy, and the sweet kheer along with it. Syrupy thing. I think mom's going to serve it after this. This is the final stage, right?
Yes.
After this we serve it.
Yes.
Right.
The main thing here is making the, the kheer of it. And see, you can take shortcuts. Like you can add a little bit of khoa to it to, reduce your time of thickening the milk. You can add a little bit of powder milk to it. You can add a little bit of condensed milk to it.
Condensed milk, right.
Yes. So
it's a very popular way using condensed milk in hotels. So you could use that.
But it does change the taste a little, I find.
Yes,
instead of, just
absolutely
reducing the milk, that does change this.
It will. You are thickening one, whereas you are not thickening in the other case.
that you're getting only the taste of the milk.
Yes. Now mom's going to arrange it carefully. You can just copy mom's style. She presents it very well. Not good with this. I can do it if you make the thing for me.
Oh, I see.
I can do the rest.
Achha. You want me to do the hard work and you're just going to do the finishing with it. That's too much. Okay, now I will just put the, the malai or kheer that I have made. Yes.
We showed you right in the second step how to make it. This is the most time consuming thing, making the kheer. That's like an hour's work.
That is...
The remaining, this thing can happen in about 20 minutes. Or even less.
That goes fast. If you have your arrangements done, that'll go fast. Now soak this. Here I have some nuts.
Okay.
That is almonds.
Almond,
pista and some cashew nuts.
Cashew, okay.
Okay, that's for decoration. Since it's a Shahi dish,
yes,
it needs
be
to
generous with your nuts.
Nuts. You need to be generous with your nuts. And they also put the silver paper on it. That's the varak. That gives it that Shahi look and all that.
Right.
And I soak
the one they give on Kaju Barfi, that
saffron in hot milk.
Okay.
Just to give it a little coloring.
Okay.
To make it look a little nice.
This step is more for presentation, guys, but
yes.
You can skip it if you want to. But it adds a dimension to your presentation.
Plus the saffron is there, which will give it a little color, sort of.
Yeah. So you can see that shading thing. That's making it look really nice.
It's done.
So this is how it looks finally. I will get to taste it. You have to make it to taste it. But I've already had it before, so I know it tastes amazing. Definitely try it and tell us how you liked it. We hope you make it for Holi and have a very happy Holi.
Yes, happy Holi to everyone. Enjoy yourself.
Yes, but don't go into crowded areas.
Yes, definitely
still not
not.
done with COVID.
I know.
Numbers are lesser right now, but fourth wave is about to hit in June. Let's see what happens. Best of luck, guys. Meet you in the next recipe. Bye-bye.
Bye.